Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter, and today we'll be looking at a watch which is a first for me. It's a good old Swiss-made Oris Aquis 300-meter diver. I haven't made any show and tells about Orises before. I've never owned one before, and this one is loaned to me by St. Nikolai Watches in Weiler. I've heard about them. I've seen them online posted. I know friends of mine, or I have friends of mine who've had them. So this is the first time that I will be doing a show and tell of one of these, and they are really nice. They are. The brand Oris is not very well known in Denmark, unfortunately. They started. I think it started its invasion of Denmark about 10 years ago. It's been well known outside of the Danish borders. I can tell you just a little bit about Oris. In 1904, in a place called Holstein, a guy called Paul Catton and George Christian started the Oris watch factory. They did that by buying out or taking over a recently closed watch firm called Lerner and Co. And then they just started making pocket watches. The name Oris is the name of a brook and valley close to Holstein in the northwestern part of Switzerland. So it has its roots all the way back to 1904, and they've just been going strong since then. Obviously, because they were a Swiss watch, they managed to get through the Second World War with no big problems, and they've just been going strong ever since. And right, so this is an Oris Aquis 300-meter diver, and it is a stunningly beautiful watch. It really is. Don't be fooled. Oris is a luxury brand. This particular one is in their low cost. Is one of their less expensive watches. But still a good portion of pocket cash to buy it. And it is once again, as with many of the luxury watches I have reviewed or made show and tells over, you get the impression that this is a luxury watch. There is definitely no doubt about that. It just feels right in your hand. It has a beautiful case, an extremely well made bracelet. Very nice clasp. I haven't taken the plastic off because obviously this isn't mine, and so I'm not going to take all the plastic off. But it's just extremely well made. It feels sturdy, feels right. Beautiful, beautiful links. Yeah, and it has screws for link connecting screws, which is always a plus for me in my world. Most definitely it is. Aesthetically, very pleasing watch. Even my wife, when she saw this today, who normally doesn't care about any of this, said, "Oh, that's a good-looking watch." And I mean, that might be the greatest praise this watch could ever get. It's just very well made. Now, one of the spectacular things about this watch is it has a see-through case back, which is quite unusual for a 300-meter diver. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, and you don't need to all list the names of watches that are 300-meter divers and have see-through case backs. I know they exist. I'm just saying it's not that usual. And here we can see Oris's beautiful, beautiful movement. I'll give you the stats in a minute. And they have their very unique red rotor there, which is one of their calling signs. Very, very good looking, indeed. Now I enjoy these see-through case backs, and I think more divers should have them. it's not an impossibility to make, and Oris have managed to do it. Omega have some also, I think, and it's just a pleasure to see the movement. Movements are, in my opinion, so beautiful. I mean, they shouldn't be hidden away. Obviously, you'd have a problem if you were to make a 4,000-meter diver. But I mean, a 300-meter depth rating for a diver is perfectly fine, and that's no engineerical feat to build a see-through case back. And Oris are proud of their movement, so they've done it with, and that's great. It is a very beautiful movement. Swiss-made Oris Jaime. So let's have some stats on the watch for those of you who like that. It weighs 193 grams. The case is multi-piece stainless steel case. Bracelet, bezel, ceramic black. The dial is black. The strap or bracelet is a multi-piece stainless steel bracelet with security folding clasp and a diver's extension. There it is, right there. And the top glass is. The top glass is sapphire domed on both sides, anti-reflective coating on the inside. The case back is stainless steel see-through mineral glass. There. And the hands are Superluminova BGW9. It's water resistant to 300 meters. That's the movement is automatic winding date. Power reserve 38 hours. And the vibrations is 28,800. It has 26 joules. So that was, I was reading up from something, that's why it sounded a bit robotic. So those are the stats for those of you who like that and enjoy that. So let's just talk about it. Well, this is, it's a beautiful watch, but I must say I find myself lacking in what to say about it. I probably, if I was to find a watch that would complement this, I would say, this is the same, Omega, they have their Seamaster, the James Bond one, the normal one that people have seen quite often. And that's, is in the lower end of Omega's line of divers. And I would say this is probably, Oris's, Omega Seamaster. So this is in the lower end of Oris's watches, and therefore, it's not a chronograph, and they do make some very interesting watches. I hope I will be reviewing them later. They have many new and interesting ideas. But this one is just it's just a plain, beautiful, well-made 300-meter diver, and I must say, I'm not putting this watch down in any way. It is a beautiful watch. I would love to own it myself, and it's and the quality, the build quality is stunning. I just let's see, let's hear the sound it makes. Very nice, very tight indeed, very nice. Quality again, get all the way around. I have a thing about misaligned bezels. I can't stand them. It's something like OCD. If I see somebody walking around with a diver and the bezels, I will have a problem talking, keeping a relationship, a conversation running with them, because I will keep on looking at their misaligned bezel. Maybe I should get help for that. Right, let's have a wrist shot with it. Once again, it hasn't been fitted, so it won't fit me. It's loose as hell, but that's, and get the watch out of the way. The rubbish, the gloves out of the way. There we go. You see, it's a very handsome and very good-looking watch. It really is. It's yeah. Minute hand has a beautiful sweep. It really does. So I mean, well, I'm not putting this watch down anyway. It's just there are, I can't talk about this watch for hours, because the watch is what it is. It's a beautifully well made diver's watch, and that's pretty much it. Um, yeah, I hope that that Oris will become more popular in the country where I live in Denmark. They really do deserve, they do deserve. I've seen other of their watches. Some of the more costly watches, and and they are little masterpieces, and they really do deserve more credit. Now, they might be. Now, I'm not Italian, although I do know a lot of Italian people in the watch community. But they might be more famous in other countries than they are in Denmark, and if so, perfect, because they do deserve it. They are really well made watches, and yeah. Anyway, that was my look at the Oris Aqua 300-meter diver, or Aquis, sorry, the Oris Aquis 300-meter diver, and it's a very pleasing watch, and I can only say that that I would buy one of these. I definitely would. It's thumbs up from me. It's been a pleasure to have it, to feel it, to look at it, and I must say I enjoy looking at the case back again. It's a pleasure. It really is. Beautiful little movement there. Anyway, as I always say, repetition of myself. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you like what I do, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can also join my Facebook group, where you can contact me and tell me that I'm doing things right or wrong, to scold me or give me a clap on the shoulder. It's up to you guys. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and catch me in my next Show and Tell. Bye-bye.